live streaming the Final Fantasy X remastered, I think this is. Well, it's on the PS4 anyway, so you'll know which one it is. Now, I know I said I was going to be quitting the live streaming, but thanks to Fuzzfinger, whom I'd like to give a very big shout out to for all of his support and with his very kind words convincing me not to give up. So basically what I've now decided to do with his inspiration is I've been wanting to do a full guide for this game anyway. I know I did a guide a while back where I was recording the episodes, but let's be honest, I didn't exactly cover everything, and also on top of that, my mic wasn't the greatest either. I was actually using the Turtle Beach headset at the time, which I'll be honest wasn't the greatest, but I've now got a proper mic, the Blue Yeti, so hopefully my voice should come through a hell of a lot better now. And this time round I want to try and cover everything. I know last time I didn't cover everything. That was just purely because I was working quite a lot. I didn't have the time. I mean, I am still, well, I say I'm still working. I'm currently, I'll be honest, I'm suspended from work. I did something very stupid, but hey ho, ignore that, forget that. I will be back working as normal, hopefully at some point very soon, but I'm going to try to get as much stuff out as I can. And basically, so what I've decided to do, rather than recording the episodes, I'm going to live stream it instead. That way I can actually go ahead and, you know, carry on with my live streaming, and you guys, you can either stop by the stream if you wish, or you can watch it outside of the live stream. It doesn't really matter. Either way, I'll be covering everything I can, including all the different trophies, although I've got the majority of the trophies now. There are a few that I'm still missing, which we'll be having a go at as and when we reach them. So yeah, please do stick around if you decide to watch this live stream today, or if you decide to watch it outside the live stream, then thank you very much for, you know, stopping by. And I ask you all to please continue supporting my channel as best you can by hitting that like button, or you know, subscribing to my channel. You know, please do tell your friends about my channel. I'm only a small channel at the moment. I am trying to improve that. And I know Fuzzfinger has already been doing that every time he live streams. Well, maybe not every time he live streams, but I know quite a lot of his live streams he has mentioned me to you all. And I want to give him a really big thank you for that. You know, I'm absolutely thrilled with the amount of support he has given me. And I'm going to continue to support his channel, to say thank you. I've already become a patron as well, although he's actually got me sat in his patron section as my actual name, which is Aaron, and he's also got me sat as a channel member under my actual PSN name, which is Dark Swordsman. So he's actually got me twice in a sense, but hey ho, enough about that. So we are going to get on into it in just a moment. If you just bear with me one moment. That message really shouldn't have cropped up on my screen just then. I really should turn my notifications off. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm just going to very quickly nip into my notification settings and just turn that off. Okay, so my microphone's still being recorded apparently, so you can still hear me. You just can't see what I'm doing. So yeah, just give me 2 seconds, guys, while I just turn my notification settings off. So it's just messages. Friend requests is fine. We can keep the rest of those up. That's not an issue. It's just the messages we want to keep private. Right. Also, before I get started, I just want to point out that I may have to go AFK during this live stream at some point, but it won't be for very long. I mean, it depends on what time my guest turns up. I've got a bit of a meeting that I had scheduled, but I didn't want to delay this live stream, so I was going to try and work around it. Anyway, enough waffling. We've waffled on enough. Let's get on with it. Right, so last live stream we got our next Albed primer, which was just inside the tent we've just come from. We temple, and then we went and spoke to Walker, who told us to take a nap, and that's pretty much where we left it. So without further ado, let's go ahead now and continue from where we left off. So we need to make our way into the temple here. Also, I'm going to now apologise for waffling so much a moment ago, because I probably did spout a lot of nonsense that really didn't need to be spouted, but hey ho.
Is something wrong?
So we're going to be initiating the Cloister of Trials very shortly. Now, for those of you that have never played the game before or are playing for the first time, the Cloister of Trials can be found in each of the temples that we'll be going to throughout the game. And the Cloister of Trials basically leads to the inner chamber where the summoning of the faith is.
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
But we'll learn a little bit more about this a little bit further.
Dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Now, before I forget, there is another note I wish to make.
Maybe.
And that is, I know I said a while back in one of Fuzzfinger's live streams that I was going to do my top 10 toughest Final Fantasy / Kingdom Hearts bosses. And I know I still have not yet put that one up. The reason for this being is because I am still struggling to find the equipment I need to record some of the Final Fantasies that are only on the PS3 or PC. But once I get that sorted, I will continue to make that video. And hello to whoever's just joined me. So we are currently working our way through Final Fantasy X here. I'm doing my brand new /live stream /guide. So thank you very much for stopping by, whoever you are. Now we're going to get our explanation on the different spheres for the Cloister of Trials. So as we can see, the destruction spheres open the way to hidden treasures, which I will be demonstrating shortly. And there are also Besaid spheres. And the other sphere is the Glip sphere, which is the one we've just picked up now. So let's go ahead now and make our way down into the next section here. And we'll just drop this Glip sphere into here. And then we're actually going to pick that Glip sphere back up, because we do actually need it further down if we want to make sure we loot all the treasures from in here. And in order to get one of these summonings later on, you will need to get all these secret items from each of the temples. So I'll be sure to show you guys how to find them. Okay, so that unlocks the destruction sphere, but we're going to leave that one where it is for the moment. And what we're going to do here is just touch these symbols. And then what we want to do is grab our Besaid sphere here. And we're going to place the Besaid sphere onto the pedestal here. Now it will make us move the pedestal, Once it stops doing that though, you'll want to back off. You don't want to push it any further forward for the time being, otherwise you will initiate the storyline. And then our only option to get the destruction sphere item after this will be quite a bit later on in the game, and we will have to go through one of the Dark Aeons. But we'll get into the Dark Aeons a bit later on, because that's still quite a ways off and our team is nowhere near ready to deal with them just yet. Plus they don't appear until later. So what we're going to do now is, if I can get the camera to stop juggling about, is we're going to grab our destruction sphere here, and we're going to go and chuck it down where we found the Besaid sphere. And this will reveal the first of the 6 items that we need to pick up. Oh god. I must say the camera angles in this game aren't exactly the greatest. Might have to look into seeing if I can just sort of mess with the camera angles a little bit, but I'll do that off camera. Right, so now that we've got the item, which was the hang on, items, equipment. So it was the Rod of Wisdom, which is this one here, and as we can see it's got some hefty abilities on it, so magic +5, +3% and sensor. For those of you that don't know, the sensor ability allows us to see an enemy's HP, and I did not want to take that out of there. Why have I done that? What's going on? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to push it, not pull it out. Dear me. Anyway.
Hey, what's gotten into you?
And at this point we're joined by Walker.
Okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian? Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
So we're now introduced to three new characters, which is Yuna, Lulu, and Kimari. But we'll get into them a little bit more later on.
I have become a summoner.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Right, so let's go ahead and make our way out of here and out to the plateau.
Hey, over here!
Oh, by the way, guys and girls, I just want to also thank everybody that's recently subscribed to my channel. I keep meaning to give a shout out to you all, but I've had quite a few of you that have subscribed recently and I've not been able to really keep up with it. But so, to those of you that have subscribed recently, I thank you very much for your support. So at this point we're introduced to our first summoning, which is Veil 4. Which, as far as I know, Veil 4 is exclusive to this game only, I believe. I haven't seen Veil 4 appear in any of the other Final Fantasies, although I haven't actually finished 10-2, so I don't know if any of the summonings pop up in that one or not. And yes, I know, you're probably thinking now, that's disgraceful that I haven't gone through Final Fantasy 10-2.
I remember.
But the truth of it is, I just haven't had the time to go
talked for the
through
first
it, really.
time. I
Well,
didn't
I
know
say I
it
haven't
then,
had the time, I haven't got
but
round
after
to
that
going through it
night,
properly.
everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Victory! 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 Yeah!
Boy's getting a bit leery there, I think. Okay, so when we're ready, we want to go ahead and approach Lady Yuna.
You heathen!
At which point we are going to get scolded.
You're a bad man!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah?
So it doesn't really matter which option we go for here. I'm going to go with the top
Don't
one.
get no ideas.
No
Just
promises
because I'm
there,
really
big
not
guy.
fussed which one I go for the
Hey,
most.
what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Oh, welcome to whoever it is that's just joined my live stream. So we are currently working our way through Besaid at the moment in Final Fantasy X. Oh, blimey, I've got 3 viewers now. This certainly isn't. This certainly is getting interesting now. I don't normally get
Ready
this
for
many
bed?
viewers. I normally struggle. Thank you all for your support.
Good. Sleep tight.
Oh no, we've dropped down to 1 viewer again now, according to my thing. But
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Locke told you not to get any
okay,
ideas.
so I'm gonna have to go AFK for now.
Did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
my little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is, Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Right, sorry about that, guys. What we got here? Oh, hello, Matthew Bethan. I don't know whether you're still watching the stream or not. I do apologise. I had to go AFK for a moment, but I am back now, guys and girls. So we are now going to continue. Right then. Oh, okay, you are still here. Yes, I am a Fuzzfinger fan, a very big fan of his. It's actually thanks to him that I'm still forging ahead, actually, because I did get to the point where I was coming close to giving up, because my channel's still quite small and I was struggling for viewers. But thanks to his kind words in my last live stream, I sort of chose to not give up. And I've sort of decided to come at this from a different angle now instead. So rather than trying to focus on getting viewers in my streams, I use my streams now more as guides instead, if I can.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well,
but I mean, if you've got other friends, you know, that are watching this sort of stuff, please do send them my way. Because I want to try and build up my channel as much as I can.
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago.
And thank you very much for your support, Matthew.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
Yeah, to be honest, live streaming's not exactly the easiest thing to do, especially for us small channels as well. We all have to stick together and help each other out.
They're gifts.
Believe me, there's been live streams in the past that I've done where I've had no views for like the entire stream, and it's made me feel so rotten and not wanted to continue. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing now.
Off we go.
Well, like I said, I'm using this as a full-length guide now. I'm hopefully aiming to also pick up the last of the trophies that I'm actually missing for this game. One of them being the most annoying trophy of them all, which is the lightning dodge. But we'll see how things go. We might finally do it. Right, so we are now free to move again. But before we forge ahead with the story, we're actually going to double back on ourselves here, because there is a item, well, I say item, it's an ability that we want to go and get our hands on. So to get it, we need to pop into here. And we need to talk to this nice lady here. We can go ahead and buy some potions perhaps. In fact, actually I think I will stock up on a few, whoa, not that many, on a few Phoenix Downs and maybe a couple of potions. And then she'll then give us a new set of dialogue, which is my dog dug something up yesterday, I wonder what it was. With that, we can now move out of here. Let me just check the chat here a second. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, doing the. Yeah, the lightning dodge isn't exactly the easiest of trophies to get, I must admit. I mean, the best I've ever done so far on it is I got, I think it was 48 lightning dodges in a row, and then unfortunately I screwed it up. There is a trick to it though, and I will point it out when I get there, but it won't be until a bit later on, because I'm going to need to get my hands on the no encounters ability, otherwise it's going to get bloody annoying constantly getting into fight with enemies. Anyway, back to what we were doing. So once you've spoken to the merchant, you'll need to come and talk to this dog here, and it'll say that he's got something in his mouth, and we obtain something mangled and slobbery. And there we have it, folks, the energy blast ability for our Veilful summoning. So that's pretty much all we can do here in Besaid for the time being, to my knowledge. So what we'll do is we'll head out of here now, and we'll go ahead and make our way up the path here. Now we're going to get a couple of tutorial battles come up now, starting with this particular creature called the Djago, I think it's called. We'll just double check that in my guidebook. And yes, I know it's a bit cheesy having the guidebook next to me, but it just helps me to make sure that I'm giving you guys all the information that you guys need, because I don't want to miss anything out.
A flyer, my kind of customer.
I'm looking for a specific page here and I can't find it. Here we go. Oh no, my pronunciation was slightly off. It's called the Dingo. I knew what I meant. So this one is the flyer, which only Walker can deal with at this particular point. Well, I say he's the only one that can deal with it. Our Black Mage could probably deal with it as well, and sometimes Tidus will get a lucky hit, but at the moment it's better off that Rocker deals with them. And the flyer is called the Condor. And then we have got one more tutorial fight to be dealt with in just a moment, where we'll be coming up against the Water Flang. Now, physical attacks do not work on these for those of you that are just playing the game for the first time. Which, as you can see, Tidus has just demonstrated for us.
You gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our Black Mage show you what I mean. Lulu, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you?
So Lulu acts as our Black Mage throughout the story for the time being, until later on, at which points we're able to send our guys around different parts of the sphere grid. Unfortunately for the time being, because we're using the standard sphere grid, everybody can only access their own particular sections of the sphere grid for the time being.
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Yeah, I've heard rumours about that as well, Matthew. At the moment, from what I found out, I believe that Square Enix did issue a statement regarding this, and at the moment they have no plans to actually make the game. However, they are sort of keeping it sort of in the rafters sort of thing. It's sort of a okay, yeah, it's a nice idea sort of thing, but we'll keep this to one side and we'll think about it sort of thing. So they haven't completely dismissed it as such, but I think they're just focusing on Final Fantasy VII Remake at the moment, which after watching Fuzzfinger's video earlier has been delayed until April the 10th, which it's not annoyed me as such, but has been a bit of a shock.
Man.
That's the one, yeah, it's on hold for now.
Are you ready?
What's going on?
Okay, so we can choose to save our game if we want, but at the moment I don't really think there's any need for that at this precise moment in time.
Chappu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
So we can choose to pray here if we want to. I think we will this time round, just for the sake of the guide.
That should do it.
Yeah, Final Fantasy X can be quite an addictive game. I remember my very first playthrough back on the 2 version. I got up as far as, I believe it was the Mayhem High Road, and then I got royally stuck. But then that was because I didn't know about the sphere grid at that particular point in time. And then some years later I made some new friends who told me about the sphere grid, and then I managed to progress a little bit further. Then I got stuck at the Josei temple. I couldn't for the life of me work out how to do the puzzle, but I do now. I got there in the end. So at this point we are, as you can see, thrusted into battle with Kimahri. But it's not a particularly challenging fight. We only have to strike him a few times.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimahri Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
So at this point, Kamari actually only has 750 hit points when you do battle with him.
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kamari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Alrighty then, we get a couple of ability spheres. That's very helpful. I've had it a couple of times where I've actually struggled like hell to get those ability spheres, and it slowed me right down on the sphere grids. Because unfortunately, when in battle, the random encounters, it's basically random as to which spheres get dished out to you, unfortunately. Although later on there are a few fights where we can actually determine our reward. Also, there are a few abilities that we can obtain later on as well that will allow us to manipulate which spheres we pull. And I'll show you that as and when we get them. So we're going to just go ahead here and chuck Tidus out of the way and pull Yuna in. Now, this mob that we're up against now is a one-off. It's actually from the Mushroom Rock area. And at this point we're dealing with its weaker form. And this thing is called a Garuda. It has 1400 hit points. But when we face them over in the Mushroom Rock Road area, they will have 4k of hit points. So let's just go ahead here and pull out a little bit of magic. We have got a couple of boss fights coming up, but don't worry about burning through your magics or anything at this point, because there is a save crystal coming up. And in this game, the save crystals do restore health and MP. It's one of the very few Final Fantasies that do it. And we can also build up our limit break as well while we're at it. Now if we go ahead here and use our Sonic Wing, it will actually stop him from attacking and allow us to then attack again, like so. Now this doesn't work on everything, unfortunately. There are certain things and stuff that it won't work on. And of course it doesn't always work every time, as you've probably just seen there. Oh, I think we can finish this off with a normal attack. There we go. Now you can farm for some AP here if you want to go towards your sphere grids, but to be honest, at this point it's really not worth doing, getting only like 10 AP a time. I usually do my first load of grinding at Killer Forest, where you're getting more like 30 to 40, maybe 60 a time.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say good.
Okay, so at the moment we're in another tutorial battle. Alright, so we've now got him blind for the time being, which helps us out a little. Also at this point, what I would also like to do is pull Tidus back in, and the reason for this being is if one of our characters doesn't engage in battle, they will not share in the AP, although at this point we don't get that much AP, but still it'd be nice to try and get everybody involved if we can. And also at this point, without summoning Yuna's pretty useless for the time being, although she does act as our white mage, So we'll move her out of the way for the time being. I almost forgot as well, there's something else we need to do once this battle is dealt with. Before I forget again. There we go. Oh, we got a Powerball. Right, before we go any further, before I forget again, we're going to remove her staff and we're going to give her the Rod of Wisdom. So this will boost our magic by 7%, and it will also give us the Sensor ability, which, as I stated before, allows us to see the HP of our opponents. However, there are a few mobs out there that are immune to sensors, and I will point those out as and when we get to them. Rocker just got himself a new weapon as well, didn't he? So yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that one on. Any armour? Yeah, we'll go ahead and chuck that on as well, why not? Okay, can't do anything more with her. Can't do anything more with her. What about you? Not really going to encounter anything that can dish out darkness at this point, but why not? I'll leave it at that for now, I think. Now I know I've got a little bit of sphere movement to use up, but I'm not going to worry too much about the sphere goods for the moment. There is one thing with this game actually that they haven't put in, that they've put in with Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age and also 7, 8 and 9's porting across to the PS4, and that is the speed boost as well as the built-in no encounters, which I must admit surprises me because they've done it with all the other ones that they've brought over to the PS4, but not this one. But I guess they had their reasons. Right, we'll just go ahead here and grab the save point. And we're going to make our way across the beach now. Also, if you didn't get the, I think it was the moon crest, I think it was, I picked up earlier. But actually I can check my key items. Yes, it was the moon crest. If you didn't pick it up earlier, you can go and get it now. You just need to swim through the water to get to it. And also, there would have been another chest over this way somewhere with a couple of potions in it, I think it was, or antidotes. But once you've got those, you want to make your way across to the boat now. As we say farewell to Besaid and make our way across to Kilika.
Goodbye.
Sorry for that bit of noise, folks. Just had to move the laptop back to where I had it. Sorry guys, I'll be with you in just a sec. I'm just replying to this message a second. Right then, where are we at? Right, so we are now on board the I really need to memorise these names a bit better. The SS Leaky. So we can explore a little bit, and we're going to start by making our way downstairs. At this point we're interrupted by Owaka the 23rd, Merchant Extraordinaire.
All me names, not Owaka.
Bit of an odd name, I must admit.
Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Owaka the 23rd, Merchant Extraordinaire.
Owaka the who?
So he starts off as a bit of a knob,
Well, not really.
but later on he does help out an awful lot, and his attitude towards us does change a hell of a lot. In answer to that question, Matthew, you don't necessarily get anything from him as such. However, if you donate to him, I believe it does improve the pricing in which he dishes out to you later on, making things easier to purchase from him.
But someday, the name Owaka. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil to lend.
So yeah, we're going to go ahead and lend him a bit of gil, though we don't have a great deal at this point. So what, we'll give him 300 for now.
I guess it pays to ask, thank you kindly, lad. Fine seed money for the Owaka Merchant Empire.
Now I can't remember whether it's this one or the other one.
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
There it is. So if you just come to the edge of the screen here, you'll find Albert Primer Volume 3. What are you laughing at? Get ourselves a remedy, and then also another little trick we can do here is if we walk up to the suitcase and boot it, we get a potion, and we can do this multiple times. Oh yeah, it's not so easily to spot because obviously it's hidden in that room. And yes, they are big chocobos. Okay, looks like we've got all the potions out of that we're going to get, so we'll leave that for now. I think you can get a total of about 5 maybe, I'm not entirely certain. Where should we go next? So we can visit the captain's area. Oh, it's the second ship I'm thinking of. So we'll leave that for now. At least I think it's the second ship, or it might be later on. There is something in that room that we have to collect later on to get 100% completion, but I, for the life of me, cannot remember when it pops up. I'll have to do my research. So once you've collected all the items and spoken to Owaka, you want to talk to Waka here?
First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple.
Ah, right, so it could be the second ship then. We'll have a look when we get to it. Although I don't know whether I'll get to that today or not, because I've been going for just under an hour now and I am starting to get hungry because I've not had any lunch yet. But then I haven't had any lunch yet because I woke up late. I've kind of thrown my whole day out of balance. Disgraceful to say, unfortunately, I did not wake up until
I heard she's Lord Braska's
20 to 1 this afternoon, I think it was.
Lord Braska's daughter?
Oh, thank you. See, it's people like you supporting me, Matthew, that helps me to keep going. So like I said, if you know anyone else that would be interested... let me put my tongue back in my mouth. Interested in my videos, then please do, you know, let them know about it. Spread my channel far and wide. I think we need to talk to Waka again, don't we? Yes, we do. I missed a step.
Is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough. Father's famous.
I know how I'll deal with my hunger. I will tap into my ginger thins.
A bit lacking in the imagination department.
Then I can delay lunch a little bit longer.
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for these ginger thin biscuits. The only problem is when I start eating them I can't stop, and then I give myself a bad stomach from eating too much ginger. It's a known fact that too much ginger gives anyone a bad stomach. I'm just as bad with the custard creams if I'm honest.
The wind. It's nice.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember back in the day going through, I think it was 2 full packets of custard creams, and then I was sat there thinking, Christ, what have I done?
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkand there is a great stadium.
Oh,
all
glad
lit up
you're
even
amused,
at night.
Matthew.
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
My father. His name is Jack.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jack came to Spira.
But
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here? Are you not?
Oh, ain't that just typical? You're enjoying a nice sea view and nice sea breeze, and you get interrupted by Sin. Impeccable timing. To the rescue. Okay, so we have our first of the 2 boss fights to deal with now, which is the Sin's Horn. Well, the Sin's Fin, rather.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under. Sin is going to kill him. We gotta distract him.
The area the statues for.
Our families aren't killed. Forgive us, Lady Summoner. Wait! Oh boy!
So Sin has 2k of hit points at this point. I've actually wiped out all of the Dark Aeons. I'm assuming that's the ones you're on about. I will be showing you guys how to deal with them later on when we get to them. I have to admit they are not the easiest boss to defeat. Right then, so first of all, obviously we've got any special or anything special when you kill them all. So once you defeat all of the Dark Aeons, a secret boss will appear called Penance, which you face on top of the airship overlooking the Calm Lands. But also, when you're killing the Dark Aeons, you can get some very powerful loot. But I'll get into that a little bit more when we get to it. Now, back to this boss fight. So, with the 3 fiends in front of us, if we wipe all 3 of them out, they will just respawn. So what I recommend is just taking 2 of them out, just to minimise the damage they're doing to us. Because, at the moment, they are the only thing that can really damage us. Sin just keeps moving around the ship, as you can see. When you kill all the Dark Aeons, Penance will then appear. Oh god, I keep pushing the wrong button. I keep meaning to switch Yuna out and I keep... Alright. So we're going to leave that last one where it is, and now we're going to start focusing on the fin. We're not going to summon just yet. I want Lulu to get her 10 pence in first. Oh targeted the wrong blooming one. Oh.
Attack the fin!
Yes, we know. Attack the fin. Right, let's try this again, shall we? Let's get rid of some of these spawn a second. Wow. I don't actually have a normal stream time as of yet, but if more people start coming to them and they want it more, then I'll try and start doing this a bit more often. I mean, generally I try to get one in every couple of days at the moment. If I had the El Gato capture card, it would be a different story. I'd be able to set the designated time, but unfortunately I stream directly through the PS4 at present. But also, thank you for your very kind words. I'm a little bit overwhelmed now, I must admit. So it's good to know that I'm actually dishing out good content. Yes, please do. Right. Now that we've eliminated that problem, I need Lulu now. Right, so now we're going to avoid attacking the last one. Damn, I couldn't get to that quickly enough. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, thank you for your subscription, Matthew. It's much appreciated. Right, we're going to go ahead now and pull out Veil 4. I'm hoping I've done enough damage to Sync now. Because my plan was to whittle it down and then basically try and wipe him out in one go with our limit break, which we built up earlier. So let's see here. And also, if we use Energy Blast, it will actually be a lot stronger too. The blast did not kill it. That surprises me. How much health has it got left? And let's have a look. Oh, 96 hit points left. Typical. Okay, so our next opponent then is the Sin Spawn, called... What an interesting name. It's called Etrulius, and he has 2,000 hit points, and he will give us 12 AP if we beat him. So the first thing we want to do here is cast our Dark Attack on him to blind him. This will stop the majority of his attacks from hitting us, though he does have one attack that blind will not stop, and that is his Blender ability, which damages both characters. So don't focus on the little ones, just focus on the big guys. This could take a while. Also, there is actually an ability that I meant to learn before I started this fight. I completely forgot about it. I'd also recommend using the cheer ability to buff up your strength a little. Unfortunately, I don't have it. Oh, here's the Blender attack. Right, let's go ahead and re-blind him. Right, let's just get some healing in here a second. Unfortunately, that Blender ability never misses. There we go. So we've got quite the lengthy cutscene now coming up. So I'm going to go ahead here and be quiet. gotta say, Matthew said that I'm funny when I live stream. I kind of got my humour from Fuzzfinger, if I'm honest. The amount of times he's had me in stitches when I've watched his streams or any of his videos. He's such a brilliant person with humour, I've got to admit.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in spirit. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
Defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
I have to put my ginger biscuits tin to one side now before I go and eat it all, which I'm dangerously close to doing.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, milady summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
So we've now arrived in Killicut. So yeah, in regards to Matthew's comment of I'm funny, like I say, I got my humour from Fuzzfinger, because like I say, he does make me laugh quite a lot. I mean, like for instance, the other day I was watching him take Ruby Weapon on, and he had to reload his game multiple times because he kept forgetting to put certain stuff on, and the face expression he had towards the end and the reaction he gave, it was priceless. I'm not gonna lie, I was in stitches. Anyway, moving on. Right, so we want to make our way down here as we view the sending for all those people that have just been killed by Sin.
What's a sending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance. Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this? must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time.
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
Right then.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
So there's a few things we can do here. First of all, we want to save this girl here.
Whoa!
And then we're going to make our way, excuse me, into here. And we're going to rob this guy's chest and obtain 3 potions. And then finally we're going to head back towards Walker, and provided you've saved that girl, there will be a reward in it. If we make our way into here. And she says, "You're the one who saved my sister, right? That treasure box contains a token of my appreciation. Please accept my thanks." So yep, we'll go ahead and just help ourselves to that, which is an ether. If we make our way over this way, there's a merchant here, but I don't think she's really got anything that's going to be of help to us at this point, but we will have a ganders nonetheless. So we've got no, I think we'll leave it for now. Right, so when you're ready, you want to go ahead and talk to Walker.
Ah, there you are. Be said our ups, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory. Go! High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika Temple here. Yep.
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Right then. On to Kilika Forest.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well...
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Well, if we're honest, actually no, I won't say anything because I don't want to dish out spoilers. Right, I'm going to save my game here. And in fact, actually, I think I'm going to end the stream here because I've been going for a good hour and a half, which is a good solid live stream for me. So thank you to everybody that stopped by today, and also a big thank you to everybody that chooses to watch off stream. And also, I just want to give another big shout out to Fuzzfinger for all his kind words and support. You've been amazing, dude. You really have. Like I say, if it weren't for you, I would have quit. Thank you so much for, you know, lifting my spirit back up and you know, helping me to get back on my feet. But yeah, I'm gonna end things here. I'm gonna go get myself some lunch now before I end up devouring my entire tin of ginger biscuits. And I will look to pick things up again maybe tomorrow, or if not, then it will be... Oh, actually... Yeah, no, screw it. We'll aim to pick things up tomorrow afternoon-ish, I think. Or no, sorry. Scratch that. We'll aim to pick things up on Thursday. The reason being is because I won't be streaming tomorrow because it's Fuzzfinger's next live stream and I'll be following him. So I won't be around to live stream. So yeah, Thursday will be when we pick up next. So hopefully I'll see you all there. Or if not, feel free to watch off stream. Bye bye for now then, guys. Thank you for watching.